Yo, what's good, guys? We're gonna be doing a recap for this Vegas 113 card that took place last night. We had Batista going out there, getting one of his best wins in the UFC. So Oliveira, man, I was disappointing from Oliveira. I know a lot of people are disappointed with Oliveira because a lot of people were betting him last week, and he did he really didn't show up. Like, he really did not show up last night. So talking about everything, we'll be talking about all the other fights on this card. Horiguchi, we'll be talking about Horiguchi versus Amir Albazi. Horiguchi could be fighting for the belt next at 125. I mean, he might be right up there right now. I don't know what more he needs to do because I still remember when the UFC gave what's that guy named Kaya Sakura a title shot in his debut in the UFC. So, but they're really making Horiguchi work for that title shot, unlike Kaya Sakura. So he's right up there. Let's go, Tristan's. How you doing, bro? I know we were talking about the card next week, but I gotta watch some tape, bro. I gotta watch some tape. So I'm gonna like watch some tape on the next card, do an early breakdown for the next week's card. I mean, it's not next week; it's next week. I'll definitely be doing a breakdown for that card soon. But I just wanted to do a quick recap for this card. We'll probably do a quick recap for PFO later after this card. Um, yeah, what's good, John Dung? How you doing, bro? How's your Sunday going right now for you? No pressure, bro. Yeah, I'm just gonna take my time, bro. I wrote like this is what I do, right? When I take a look at the card, just write down the bets that I like, and then I watch tape afterward just to make sure, just to confirm that if I'm actually seeing everything correctly. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I did last week. It worked out for me, and that's what I'm hoping to do this week. I mean next week, obviously, so because we don't have a card this week. So it sucks, man. I'm really disappointed with the UFC. They shouldn't be taking any weeks off, but the cards have been pretty good. They're not giving us shitty cards anymore this year with this new Paramount deal. Happy Sunday to you too, bro. Happy Sunday to you too, Daniel. Good to see you, man. How you doing? I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm feeling pretty good. We watched PFL in the morning yesterday. We watched UFC afterward. We watched PFC. So why we watched pretty much everything. I mean, we were there all day long. We were there for 14 hours yesterday, bro. It was crazy. And I'm glad I was able to do cover all those organizations. I was only able to cover three fights for BKFC with the main event, the co-main, and the featured fight on the main card. We I was able to see Arlovsky go out there and get it done, right. So that was nice to see for Arlovsky, him getting a win after beating cancer 3 times. I mean, that's crazy. Good for Arlovsky. I'm happy for him. And I also heard I didn't watch this fight. I also heard the guy who was like what's his name? The guy who was like 1 in 25 or some shit, and he got his second win in BKFC. I can't remember his name now, but he's like this black dude. You guys probably know what I'm talking about. I mean, he's kind of like a well-known character in the fight game. Um, how do you think Mario versus Peyton Talbot goes? Bro, I think Batista could expose him on the ground, but it's honestly kind of hard to say because I do think Talbot's striking is just a lot better, more technical than maybe not as technical as Batista, but he's definitely a lot faster. He's gonna be throwing more volume than Batista, but so it's kind of a tough stylistic matchup. But I think Batista has more ways to win. Now at the point, I probably would go Batista because we just seen fucking. It wasn't too long ago when Barcelos, I mean, did expose him on the mat, right? Obviously, he's had 2 fights since then. Went out there beat Felipe Lima. He went out there beat Henry Cejudo. I mean, Henry Cejudo was kind of like that was an easy match for him. Let's be honest. He should have got that fight. It should have been Henry Cejudo versus Barcelos, but obviously UFC is not gonna try and build up Barcelos at this point. He's 37 years old, 38 almost. So yeah, they're trying to build up Talbot right now. They might give Talbot like another guy at the tail end of his career. I feel like that's what they're probably gonna do again because they gave him Barcelos who's like past 35, but they gave him Henry Cejudo who's past 35. They're probably gonna do that again with him. I don't know who else is like over 35 at bantamweight right now in the rankings. Is there anyone in the rankings who's like over 35 right now? Can't think of anyone right now. There's a lot of young guys in the at bantamweight right now that come up. Yeah, this is me, bro. This is me. This is really me. This is not an AI. This is not a pick'em AI. This is really me in the flesh and blood. How you doing, Bob? It's good to see you, man. I was wondering if you're gonna show up. I was like, maybe Bob's still sleeping right now after his partying last night. I hope you guys made money, man. Yesterday was a really good card for us. The PFL card wasn't as good for me because of the guys that I bet on. They didn't show up. Pinedo didn't show up. I mean, Ayub didn't show up, and the other Brazilian chick didn't show up. But all the guys that I bet on in UFC, they all showed up. So other than Mikhail not getting the KO, everyone else, I mean, showed up for me. Yeah, that was crazy, bro. That's why I did not bet on Gafarov because of that right there, bro. Like he would have honestly like Vic Clash would have won the fight anyways because I think the judges had it 28-28 for Vic Clash. Um, or they had him up 2 rounds maybe, so he's losing the third round. Then he got the submission. So I seen the scorecards afterwards. I mean, so they had him up 2 rounds somehow, which I'm not really sure how because you can make it. The first round was close. So the first round was really close, and obviously he won the second round, right? Vic Lash won the second round, but it didn't matter, right? Because Gaffra was super dumb, so dumb. He just tapped out with the second to go. I mean, right at the buzzer. Um, a lot poor, bro. Come on, man. I gave you good bets. Yeah, I told you, Bob, we're gonna make money, but you didn't listen to me. You didn't believe in your boy Pick'em. You should have trusted my reads, bro. I gave you Cunha, Batista. I gave you like some good parlays. I mean, Cunha and Bashrod parlay. I gave you like Bashrod and Horiguchi parlay. Those are some like safe parlays last week, man. It's all good, man. We'll get them next time, Bob. You gotta trust in me, bro. I know I had a bad week the week before, but you know we're gonna bounce back. Um, what do you think about what do you think the chances is they release Gilton? I kind of think they'll keep him. They don't have a lot of guys that heavyweight right now. That are like kind of technical, right? If Gilton was gonna get takedowns, he probably could have won. But even then, I was saying, bro, I said it all week last week that I don't think Gilton's all that good. He's kind of just a lay and pray kind of like that's what he's been doing since he's been fighting top 15 guys. I mean, other than Biggie Boy. He's been just laying and praying on these guys. Other than I know he knocked out Spivak, right? So Spivak was like super chinny. Kuniva has a good chin. He's like a true heavyweight, by the way. And I talked about that in my breakdown. That I know it wasn't the most exciting fight. It was a really fucking shitty fight. Let's go over. Let's do the recap. Let's do the recap. But bro, you should have trusted in me last night. You would have made money on the UFC card. But it's all good. We'll get him next time. I'll make some other. I'll make some other good parlays for next week when the props and everything come out, all the money lines. Hey, I was sweating minus 300 for read bets. I had him in a parlay, but I also had the over 2.5 rounds in a parlay with Laplos and the under from LFA fight. And I also had buy decision at minus 120. So I didn't bet his money line. I mean, other than on a long shot parlay, like I know there's people out there that put hundreds of dollars on his money line. I just knew that there's no way he's gonna finish John Matsumoto. John Matsumoto's chin is super underrated. I think the guy can definitely get a shot, even though Farid's not really the biggest power puncher. John Matsumoto, and yeah, I mean, you had a reason to be sweating that bet in the second and third round. I mean, but I talked about him when I was like, he's clearly winning the fight right now. He won the first rounds on damage, and obviously the Wega judge, that's what they kind of look for, right? But I'm not gonna lie, I was scared to like pull the trigger on him in the third round to lie bet him. I was like, I'm just gonna stay away. I don't know how they're gonna judge this. And two judges went with the Farid Bashra. One judge gave it to John Matsumoto. And now there's people out there talking about how like that was a robbery, bro. People are like fucking delusional. It was no robbery. The right guy won. But obviously John Matsumoto made it really close. The pressure was starting to get to Farid Bashra in that second and third round, right? Oh yeah, let's do a quick recap, guys. So first fight on the card, I did bet on this girl, Saigola. I thought she's way more technical. She's 10 years younger, obviously, so that helped her. Hasn't taken the damage that Cachoeira has been taking over the years. Cachoeira's face gets really like messed up quickly because he's known to take damage, right? That's what they call her Zombie Girl. Yeah, I liked Saigola. I'm glad she got it done. I think it was 30-27, but you can make one judge gave Cachoeira a round, I think. But it was a really close fight. It was definitely a really close fight. I mean, not a close fight. It was definitely a one-sided fight. Saigola was just landing counters, moving in and out of range pretty well. Just kind of styling them Cachoeira. Cachoeira was just marching her down, running into shots all night long. Wasn't really like cutting off the octagon properly. Like Saigola's actually got a good skill set for WMA at 135. I think she could be cutting down to 125 and she would probably look a lot better, even at 125. But the 125 girls are definitely like more technical than these bantamweight girls. So maybe it's better if he stays at 135 because he's doing pretty well up there. Other than losing to Melissa Mullins on the ground in her debut, that's her only career loss right now. I think on her record, or her second loss. I mean, on her record, but she looked pretty good. Freed is cooked in a 5 rounder, man. It depends on the matchup, I think, bro. I think it comes down to the matchup. Like, there's not a lot of fighters like John Matsumoto who are gonna constantly pressure you nonstop after taking all the damage that he was taking early. I do worry about Freed in the rankings though when you fight someone like really durable who's gonna be there for. Obviously, if they give him a main event, which I don't think they will, because they don't really want a guy like Freed headlining a card for them. He's not really a finisher, not really that exciting. Even though the fight was exciting, I enjoyed the fight, but it wasn't like a. They didn't give a fight of the night. I mean, they should have probably given that a fighter of the night because it was an entertaining fight. But yeah, I don't think they're gonna give him a main event anytime soon. Priscilla and Amanda Nunes celebrating after was very odd. Maybe I mean she actually raised her hands up. She thought she was clearly winning for some reason after like she had some success in the third round. But yeah, I don't think she was winning that fight. I mean, she probably knew that deep down that she wasn't winning that fight. It was pretty clear for Segola. 30-27 that made more sense. But obviously the pressure was kind of getting to Segola late a little bit, but he managed it pretty well. So I think Segolo's got a pretty good skill set, and unless he's fighting someone who's going to look to take her down and expose her on the mat, I think he can just keep on winning in the UFC at 135. I find it hilarious. yeah, I know what you mean. Does he have an OnlyFans pick him? Can I get a discount with the code PickMMA? I don't have a collab with her right now. I'm not sure if she has an OnlyFans. I'll look into it, man. Guys, by the way, if you guys didn't know, man, I hit up Ian Parker for you guys, man. Me and Ian Parker are gonna collab next week, so hopefully you guys are excited for that. Me and Ian Parker, we're gonna be the next fucking big shots in MMA betting space. It's gonna be sick, bro. I'm really excited. I'm really excited to bring Ian Parker on. I don't know if I should do a live stream because like I'm worried about what people are gonna say on the live stream, but maybe I should just do a show recording and then post it afterwards. So like that should be fun. I think that should be fun next week. I've talked about having him on a live stream before, and I haven't done it for so long. I want to get Yanni the Greek too. Yanni the Greek, Ian Parker, all these guys. I'm more interested in OnlyFans collab. I'm sure you are, Bob. I'm sure you are. I mean, isn't it crazy? All the Polish fighters ended up winning last night. Mikhail Lajicic, Jakub, Wicklash, Claudia Segola. Anyone out there had a Polish parlay? I'm sure there's probably someone out there with that Polish parlay. He did alright last night. I mean, he did alright. He had Barry Batista, which was a good pick, I think, and he didn't do that bad last night. What happened to SFT? I haven't seen anything from them in a while. I talked to David like in my chat yesterday, and yeah, we're probably gonna I'm probably gonna bring him on too for on a live stream, and we'll talk about like those Brazilian guys on the come up. I don't know. I think they have fights all the time, don't they? I don't really watch like their promotion that much, like in all honesty, but they got fights all the time. I mean, they have a couple of YouTube channels, like they have a SFT Brazil, they have SFT like for United States. I mean, also, so I don't know. I gotta look into it a little bit. Polish fighters actually produce solid fighters. Yeah, even the guy that knocked out Brad Torres, remember that one? That guy too. He's actually alright. I remember him too. He won last year. There's a couple of Polish fighters in the come up right now for sure, but yeah, this was a great win for Claudia Segola. Great win for her, I think. He looked really impressive. And it was a good fight. It was an entertaining fight. Most of these WM fights are not that entertaining, but this one was definitely an entertaining way to start the card off. This one, let's talk about this one. Now, I did pick Muin Gafrab. Like, I did pick this guy to win. I wanted to bet him all week. I was thinking about it, man, but he's so dumb. Like, he has negative fight IQ. Like, he was winning the striking for majority of the fight, but then for no reason he would try and wrestle. Like when he doesn't have to wrestle, he would just shoot takedowns for no reason at all. This doesn't make any sense, bro. Like he has Viclash hurt bad in the third round. He's close to a finish. He could finish him by body shots, I think. I mean, he's so close, bro. Viclash was barely like fucking standing up, and then this guy just tries. He wants to wrestle him, like take him down, go for takedowns over and over. Like it's just crazy to me, bro. Like some of these guys, like I don't know, like just you can't take the stupid out of them. I guess. You can like do all the like breakdown you want on these fighters, but like you can't predict how dumb they're gonna be sometimes. I know people are saying he would have won the fight if he wasn't if he wasn't caught up in that submission, he didn't tap. He was gonna lose this fight anyways, because if you guys actually go back and go out there and look at the scorecards, apparently Vic Lash was up 2 rounds to nothing, and obviously Gaffra was up in that third round. He was winning that third round, so he would have even without him tapping to the submission, he would have lost the fight on 29-28 anyways, unanimous, I think. So wouldn't have mattered obviously, but he did tap at the buzzer. Like so was that submission really like that deep? I mean, like Whiplash had a pretty nasty guillotine. I mean, but come on, man, like you gotta fucking you gotta have some heart, you know. You gotta show some heart, but Gaffrov just isn't that guy. But it's crazy, bro. That I mean, I think Rinya Nakamura probably would have beat him too if he actually wrestled, but Rinya Nakamura just didn't want to wrestle in that fight for some reason. It was really odd for Rinya Nakamura. So maybe they should run that rematch back. I think. I mean, that would be a good fight. I think at 135, because Rinya Nakamura just destroyed Nathan Fletcher in his previous fight. Maybe they can run that rematch back at the Apex or some shit, or like in Japan if they do a Japan card in the future, because they could probably do like a Japan card if they give Horiguchi a title shot against Joshua Van, or they do Tatsuya Taira versus Horiguchi matchup, where like they're gonna get a Japanese winner no matter what happens in that fight. I misspelled fraud in the title, bro. It doesn't fucking matter, bro. You get the point. You guys get the point. I'll fix it right now. Give me a second. I'll fix it right now. Oh, I did. Isn't it? Did I really? Fraud? Isn't that how you spell fraud? Okay, I did. I said Farood. Okay, thanks for pointing that out, bro. Let me fix this. Fraud. Okay, there we go. Thanks, very sure. Appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that. All right. Let's. Yo, he's really like one of the most like exciting 125ers to watch right now. Maybe other than Joshua Van. Like pure striker, like even when he grapples, like he's got elite takedown defense too. I think people like aren't really talking about his takedown defense much. But like his takedown defense is really solid. He's a complete fighter. I mean, he's got all the skills so to be the champion right now. I want to see him versus Pantoja. I mean, that would be a banger of a matchup, I think. But I think he deserves to fight for the belt over Tatsuro right now. Or they could do that title limiter matchup with Taira and Horiguchi, which I talked about earlier. Pick him. You gonna watch the Super Bowl? Not really, bro. I'm not really a big NFL guy. I'm not an NFL guy at all, to be honest with you, Mr. Bob. I just wanted to go live today, you know, so I was like, I'll just do a recap quickly while these fights are all fresh in our minds. So yeah, I'm here now, so we're gonna be live for a little bit, cover this card. We'll probably do a quick recap for PFO afterwards and talk about the BKFC main event afterwards. Kyoji would lose to Taira or Pantoja maybe, but no one else. Do you think Taira could submit him or expose him on the ground? Because I don't think Taira's out striking him on the feet. I still remember it wasn't long ago when Taira was getting completely decimated by Brandon Royval in the striking rate. Kyoji's a much more technical striker than a guy like Brandon Royval. I'm just saying, like, what happens with Taira if he can't stuff his takedowns? I would pick Kyoji Horiguchi over Tatsuro Taira now. He's like Patriots plus 4.5, bro. I'm not betting on that shit because I don't know anything about NFL. But I hope for you guys all cash that whatever you're betting on in the Super Bowl. Is Bad Bunny any good? I think he's alright, isn't he? Isn't he like a South American rapper or something? Like Kyoji can be taken on. He can be taken. He's been taken on before, but I'm just saying like he's been sub before too. But I feel like his takedown defense is actually looking a lot better this time around. His takedown defense is definitely looking better than it used to be. But obviously, he's going to be tested in the Tara and Pentosa matchups. I'm not saying Tara can't beat him, but I would pick Horiguchi over him right now. Like, Tara's definitely a young kid. I mean, he's going to be making improvements every fight, and he looked pretty good out there over Brandon Moreno. Was his first one to finish him, so that's pretty impressive. Just saying something. All right, let's move on. Gavrov is definitely an idiot for sure, but he was going to lose this fight anyways. Thank God I didn't bet this guy. I actually bet the doesn't distance, but I had a parlay Segola, like another long shot parlay that I played Segola. Money line I had this fight not to go the distance, so that was like it was looking good up until that Bruno Brazil fight. But yeah, let's talk about this one, man. Kong Wang versus Eduardo Mora. This was a banger, man. This was a low key another banger WMA fight on the card. Kong Wang almost sleeps her in the first round, knocks her down bad, and then the follow up shots were pretty nasty. I thought they were gonna stop the fight, bro. But okay, let me talk about this thing, right? Let me talk about this part. I feel like ever since they guaranteed 25K bonuses, the referees are letting these fights go on a little bit longer than they used to, right? Isn't that true, guys? Can we all agree on that? I've thought about that last night after the fight card was over. That these referees, they're not stopping these fights early anymore. Like when normally, like in the past, before the 25K bonus guaranteed for a finish, they used to stop fights. Like every time fighters were about to go out cold, they would step in and stop the fight. But now they're just like they want to see these fighters like completely go cold before they jump in. And this happened in a couple of these fights on a couple of these fights on the card. We'll talk about the other fights where also I noticed that. But yeah, Kong Wang, a legit striker. I think he could definitely be fighting for the belt really soon. Really soon. I mean, so I know the UFC wants to build up the Chinese prospects, and so he might be the best contender right now in the UFC right now from China. Right, Song Yadong's obviously up there, but I think Kong Wang maybe with another win. If he got a finish for Mora, which was he was close to getting, they would have probably fast tracked her a little bit more. But yeah, 125. I mean, she didn't. Did she missed weight, right? Did she miss weight? It's probably not good. She missed weight. I think they both missed weight, right? I think Richard talked about that yesterday on the live stream that they both missed weight, so they didn't have to forfeit their purses. Um, so yeah, I guess you got to make weight though. If she wants to fight for the titles one day. I think her Valentina Shevchenko would probably be a good matchup, but I feel like Valentina would just take her down over and over, just fucking smash her. Not really smash her, but would just like kind of wet blanket her on the ground. Obviously she did beat her in the kickboxing, but this is MMA. Yeah, I think Mora had success. He was close to locking that submission in the second round, but he fumbled the submission somehow. I thought he had it, bro. I was like, holy shit, it's about to be over. It's about to be over. I had the over 2.5 rounds in a parlay, so I was like, holy shit, bro. I can't believe he's about to knock her out in the first round. Then the next round, next thing you know, Mora takes her down. And one judge gave a 30-27 to Kong Wang. I don't know which world we're watching these fights in, but that judge, bro, these judges are smoking something. I mean, they're definitely not sober watching these fights. So one judge scored the fight 30-27 for Kong Wang. I had it 29-28 for Kong Wang. But you can make a case the first round was like a 10-8 for Kong Wang, so it could have been like a 29-27 type of scorecard. But yeah, at the end of the day, I mean, Kong Wang definitely did enough to win the fight, and it was scored correctly. Kong Wang wins. Exciting, another exciting fight. All these fights were exciting on the early prelims. All of these fights, even the Cachoeira Segola fight was exciting. But we'll talk about the other one that was not exciting later. Manoa killed. Yeah, they already fought before, I think, in the past in Ryzen, and I think they're 1-1 or something. Kong Wang pre-fight odds of -350 seem way too high. He's actually not that good. I think he's definitely one of the more dangerous strikers at 125 for WMA right now. But he had definitely kind of isn't experienced when it comes to grappling. So Mora had a lot of success in that grappling area. And the odds were getting closer, man. I think at one point the odds were actually like pick him in the second round, and where when the momentum was going towards Mora's side, but obviously Mora wasn't able to finish her on the ground. So Kong Wang showed he's got some heart. She's not gonna give up that easy. She's not gonna see. She's got more heart than fucking Gavrov. I mean, for sure. And I feel like the submission that Mora had on Kong Wang was way more like net. Like it was way more locked in than the one that you had on Gavrov. So it's just crazy that Gavrov is such a quitter. And all of YouTube, Pick'em is my favorite streamer. I appreciate that, Mr. Bob. I appreciate you hanging out with us every stream. And I mean, I was gonna say you're my favorite moderator, but you weren't there all day like some of these other moderators, Mr. Bob. So, but I'll give you another chance in the next live stream. I think you were probably hanging out with Five Furry too much. It's all good though. I appreciate the positive feedback, Mr. Bob. Wang would get smoked by Valentina, but Valentina's getting old, so you never know. Bro, you know what I think's gonna happen? I don't know about her getting smoked. If by smoked you mean like she's gonna get taken down and wrestled, yeah, probably. But you think Valentina could submit her on the ground, or what? You think she's gonna take her down over and over, just hold her down? I feel like that's what Valentina's been doing recently. She's probably gonna do that to her if they fight right now. But yeah, she's getting old though. But it's not like It's not like Kong Wang is like that much younger. How old is Kong Wang? Wang Kong, Wang Kong. That's how you gotta say her name. Kong Wang, Wang Kong. Okay, she's 33 years old. She's definitely younger than Valentina Shevchenko. All right, let's move on. Next fight. Let's talk about this fight, man. I'm really pissed off that Said wasn't able to fight Javid Bashrad. I'm really mad. That would have been such an easy finish for Said by submission. I think he would have subbed him in the first round, honestly. Like Javid he needs to like change his diet, bro. Like he's got to stop being a vegan. I think he might be a vegan. He might be on that vegan diet. He needs to like switch over to like a carnivore diet, bro. Because the vegan diet just ain't working out for him right now. I mean, to be fair, like he dropped him in the first round, right? He almost finished him in the first round, then he fumbled the finish. Because for some reason these Bashar brothers, even when you think they're close to a finish, they just can't get it all the way there. They just can't finish fights. I mean, it's like a curse for these Bashar brothers. He drops him bad, couldn't finish him, and then obviously comes back in the second on, gets caught staring at the lights, gets dropped bad, and then Vasquez, instead of like throwing ground and pound, he goes for a submission. Like if Said had that submission, bro, like locked in, I mean, he was gonna go to sleep. Like no doubt, he was gonna go to sleep. And I think Said would have finished him. So I hope they rebook that Said fight soon. I want to see them rebook that fight. He needs to bulk up to featherweight. Do it is all. Yeah. He needs to eat more, bro. He needs to switch over to a carnivore diet, I think. Grimy loves tube steak. I fell asleep a few times. This card, I mean, I don't think anyone, other than you, no one was really falling asleep during this card. Maybe during one or two fights on this card that were kind of like shitty, but most of this card was actually kind of sick. But yeah, I mean, was this a good performance by Javid Basra? Not really. But he did win, right? He won unanimously 29-28, I think. Vasquez, I gave him the second on. He had him hurt really bad. I mean, he just fumbled the finish. But obviously he took the fight on short notice, so made a couple of mistakes. Could have been a big fight for him, big win for him, but he fumbled it. I'm still going to be fading Javid Basra. I did pick him here by decision, but I'm still going to be picking against him if he fights Said again or anyone else again. It was like kind of legit. Let's talk about this fight. And this is the fight that I understand if you guys were falling asleep during watching this shit, but because it was really boring. I actually like Brazil killed one of my long shot parlays. It was looking good up until this point. Bruno Brazil, man, so he's minus 800 in the first round, clearly winning the fight. Then he starts running away, like from the fight. I mean, I don't understand Brazil. Like, he might be one of the most inconsistent fighting nerd out there. Because her whole career has been win one, lose one, win one, lose one, win one, lose one. Like, look. Ever since he came over to UFC, he lost to DC Gomes by KO, wins over Shauna Bannon, loses to Loma Lookboome, beats Molly McCann. She beat the shit out of Molly McCann, to be fair, but yeah, she lost to Kong Wang, which is fair. Beat Ming Ji, that doctor chick. You guys remember the doctor chick who got a crazy head kick KO on the UFC card, I think, in China. And then obviously she loses to Kevin Souza in one of the worst fights I've ever seen in my life. I don't know what to say, man. This is such a I was so mad watching this shit because this is such a winnable fight for Brazil, but she just can't break away from the clinch. He's got no clue how to fight her way out of a clinch. It's crazy to me. He's got all this experience fighting the UFC now, she still can't figure it out. And Kyra Brawley was in her corner. I mean, she had John Silva barking in the corner, like just didn't help, just didn't matter at all. This is really frustrating, man. She can't handle physicality. I think you might be right on that, Bill Fay. I bet heavy on Batista because I think he was fighting Alex. What? Alex Oliveira? Who the hell is Alex Oliveira? Did you see Basra complain that Vasquez missed weight even though, bro? Who cares, bro? He took the fight. Why, he shouldn't have accepted the fight then. Fuck Javid Basra. I don't give a shit about this guy, Javid Basra. Real bad look to get dropped by this guy. It is, man. I mean, but obviously the Mexican guys, they're pretty tough. I mean, they don't make the fights easy for you. Like normally, historically, a lot of these guys they don't give up like in a fight, right? So, but it was still like he should have had a little bit of cleaner performance. I think. They should cut Javid. I mean, that fight wasn't that boring though, so I don't think they're gonna cut him yet. They like the Boschard brothers. I mean, so it's crazy they cut Tato Lapilus, but they keep the Javid Boschard on the roster. I hope they bring back Tato Lapilus. I like Tato Lapilus. He's been finishing fight. I mean, he finished his first fight in PFL. I was gonna say he's been finishing fights, but he only got his first finish in PFL yesterday. But yeah, this is one of the shittiest fights on the card, and I know so many people find Kevin Souza hot. I don't understand why. Yeah, apparently people like her a lot. She wins. A lot of people had money on her as underdog because he did open up as underdog. Good for you guys that cashed on this fight, but this was one of the worst fights ever. But we'll tell there's other fight, one more fight that was really bad. All right, let's talk about the next one, man. Vertennikov destroys Nico Price in the first round. Nasty vicious KO from Vertennikov, and Price goes to sleep, man. Standing up. It was a standing, like he was asleep, standing up. He didn't even go all the way down. This was really bad KO. I mean, he's had a couple of bad KOs now. It's crazy to me that like for some reason Jacoby Smith couldn't knock him out the way Vertennikov did, right? Because I watched that fight back earlier this morning. Jacoby Smith and Nico Price. He was getting hurt pretty bad, but his chin just somehow held up in that fight. Lost to Timba Grimbo. I mean, he beat Alex Morono, Alex Oliveira. Bro, how many losses does he have? He's 8-10 in the UFC. They'll probably give him one more fight in the UFC, I feel like. Yeah, that was a really bad KO, man. Yeah, I think he's got to call a career after that. But he's got a lot of kids to feed. I mean, how many kids does he have? I heard like he's got over 30 kids or some shit. Let me see. Is that actually true? How many kids does he have? Nico Price. He has 6 kids, okay, so that's not that. Someone said 30 kids, bro. They're just fucking inflating those numbers. Okay, technically he's only got like 6 kids, I mean, but there's still a lot of kids. It's not 30 kids. I don't know where I heard that. Someone just made that shit up. That was a nasty standing TKO, man. That was one of the worst I've seen. Like, these referees weren't stopping the fight. I mean, they could have probably saved him some brain damage there, but these refs just don't want to stop the fights early anymore because they're obviously UFC probably like we got to pay these guys 25K guaranteed for a finish, so let it go a little bit longer. I feel like that's probably what's going on. Yeah, 6 kids is a lot, bro. So I mean, Waldo has 11 kids, bro, or like I think he's got like 10 kids or 11 kids. So Waldo Cortez Acosta's got 10 kids. No wonder he's fighting every couple months. He fought like 5 times. I mean, in 2025. So, yeah. I hope they give him one more fight in the UFC because he takes he's like a company man, right? He's gonna take every fight they give him, and he took the fight on short notice, by the way, because Vertennikov was supposed to fight this newcomer. I was picking him over Jose Henrique Souza, even though a lot of people were picking this young guy on the come up, Souza. I wasn't really sold on him at all. I didn't think he was like all that good. Obviously, people like picking young up and comer who's undefeated, coming over, getting signed to the UFC recently. And he's supposed to be making his debut, but he pulled out of the matchup. And he ended up fighting Nico Price on short notice, so he kind of did the UFC a favor. Didn't go well for him, but I think they'll give him one more fight. I don't think they're gonna cut Alex Morono yet, or like Nico Price. They'll probably give him. Maybe they'll let him fight each other again. It's just one more time, just to see like get one of them a win, so they can keep him around on the roster. But this was a really bad KO for a great win for Vertennikov. Because this is probably, I mean, this is his best win in the UFC octagon, right? Because he went to split with Danny Barlow. He lost to Michael Morales, a fight that where he had some success taking on Michael Morales. Isn't it crazy that he took down Michael Morales, but Brady couldn't take him down? That's crazy to think about, right? Obviously, Morales has definitely been getting better since his Contender Series fight, but I'm just Crazy to think about that. Yeah, he didn't really have a crazy good win, right? Like he came in a short notice against Danny Barlow, put up a decent fight. It was a really boring, shitty fight. Um, wasn't that entertaining. Didn't really do a whole lot. Just a sparring match there, remember? And then he lost to Vanderford, got destroyed on the ground. He got destroyed by Punahele Soriano. Punahele Soriano just can't finish anyone on the ground. I mean, even though like he can just use his uses weight to muscle these guys down to the ground, but just can't finish anyone on the ground. It's crazy. Beat Prado, who's a former 155er. Was moving up to 170 for that fight. And then he knocks out Nico Price. I mean, Stanley TKO. That was a pretty nasty knockout. So they didn't give him a bonus. That's crazy. It's not crazy. I guess they did give him 25K, right? Because that's guaranteed. 25K is guaranteed for a finish now. 6 kids in yeah. Where are Waldo's kids? I mean, probably with his wife. I don't know. I think in Cuba, or maybe they might be living in the US now. Does Bruno Brazil have an OnlyFans? Sign me up. Bob, you're gonna go bankrupt, bro, paying for all these OnlyFans. Gilton's performance was really bad. We'll talk about that in a second. Nico Price is a layup now. I guess you're right. I mean, he is a layup, but I did pick Nico Price to win this fight, by the way, on Tapology. I should have changed my pick because after I've seen the wins, I was gonna switch my pick, then I forgot. So technically, I did pick Nico Price to win this fight. I did not know who I was betting on the guy, but I did pick him to win officially. Yeah, because I thought he could maybe draw on him later. Yeah, I did pick him on Tapology. I forgot to change my pick after the Waynes because I changed my mind after the Waynes, but I was like, fuck it, who cares? All right, let's move on. Next fight on the card was Danilo Duchenko versus Alex Morono. Call the FBI, man. Call the fucking FBI and Keith Pearson. The only person that I've seen, I think there's a couple people on Twitter that I've seen that had the fight to go the distance. And Dunchenko, but those are some really sharp plays, man. But fucking Keith Pearson, bro. Was it Keith Pearson or who was the referee for this one? Wait a second. I want to see. This fight should have been stopped in the first round, but Alex Morono is a motherfucker, bro. He's so tough. Keith Pearson, it was Keith Pearson. Like, Alex Morono is so damn tough, bro. Like, it's so hard to put him away. Like, he almost put him away, like, what, 3 times in this fight? But, like, Keith Pearson just didn't want to stop the fight for some reason. Maybe because Minty Betts had the over in this fight, so that's probably why they're in on it together. Fucking Keith Pearson and Minty Betts. I had Donchenko KO in a parlay, so rest in peace. And I put him on my best bets of the week, so it didn't work out for us guys. I think a lot of people like lost money on this fight for him to get the KO. For a lot of people had the round 1 KO. But yeah, it just didn't go according to plan. Even though he almost had the round 1 KO, like it was right there. Then Keith Pearson just refused to stop the fight. Because Alex Morono he survived though. Respect, like right to Morono. He's in there. He didn't give up on himself. Donchenko was landing a lot of low kicks, side kicks to the knees. Like he does really everything pretty well. I know people are saying this was a fraud check. I don't know how you can come to that conclusion because he looked pretty damn good in this fight. So like I think Donchenko is definitely going to be a good prospect in the UFC. I would have liked to see him finish the fight, but obviously Morono is pretty tough sometimes. I mean he can hang in there, man. He's not going to give up. 35 years old, Morono now. They might cut him soon, but I don't know. He's on like a pretty bad loser streak. 4 losses in a row now. To be fair, I mean, Leo's the only guy that finished him, right? In those losses. I mean, even Buckley couldn't finish him. Santiago Ponzinibbio finished him back in 2022, but I mean, Leo's the only one that finished him, and Carlos Leo's was fighting on that card next week, by the way, next week. Respect to Morono, man. He took an absolute ass whooping, but definitely had to earn his paycheck the hard way last night. So let's talk about the next one, man. Before we get to the next one, let's go over the chat. Core McGee. I remember that when I did parlay him and the other guy there. I think I parlayed Bahamondes, -3.5, and Morono moneyline there. That was a sweaty ass fight to bet on. I've got something else that Minty Bets can reg. I'm sure you do. All right, let's talk about the next one, man. Jalton. We'll talk about Jalton soon. So Jacoby versus Julius Walker, man. I've seen a lot of people on this bum, Julius Walker. I don't know what people see in this guy, bro. He's the only guy that couldn't finish Rafael Cerqueira. The only guy. barely won the fight. I mean, he was winning the fight. I mean, for most of the fight, but he's getting rocked by Rafael Cerqueira. And you're telling me he's gonna go out there and beat Justin Jacoby, even though Justin Jacoby took the fight at short notice, right? To be fair, but come on now, man. Took Alonzo Manifield to a split. I mean, Alonzo Manifield is kind of shit. And even though he did beat Justin Jacoby by knocking him down a couple of times, I do think Jacoby's kind of washed. Like, I don't think he's in his prime anymore. I mean, he's a little bit older now, but he's still a really capable technical striker at 205. Like, you can rock your shit if you're not careful. He's on a 35 KO streak now, by the way, at 205, knocking these guys out pretty bad. I mean, this was a really late stoppage, by the way. I was going crazy, like screaming at the ref to stop the fight. And that's what I'm talking about, right? These referees are letting these fights go on a little bit longer than they used to in the past. Yeah, I mean, he knocked out Vitor Petrino in the third round, knocked out Bruno Lopez. I mean, he's kind of a bum, but Julius Walker might be the biggest bum of them all, I think. So that's why I didn't pick Julius Walker there, even though a lot of people liked him as underdog last week. I'm happy. That made me really happy to see Julius Walker get fucking folded like that. I mean, be right back. 12 minutes. All right, bro. Do they have odds for Le'Veon Douglas debut yet? I don't think so. I haven't seen them anywhere. Who's he fighting again? I forgot who he's supposed to be fighting in his debut in the UFC. I think they should run that rematch with him and the guy that fought Isaac Thompson. I think they should run that rematch now in the UFC. That would be a good fight they can run back in the UFC. He fights Julian Rosa. Pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. I mean, I'll be honest with you, Rosa has slick jiu-jitsu, but this is pretty much his only chance. Stop is always too early or too late, never happy. I mean, it's true though, isn't it? Like on this card, I feel like they let these fights go on a little bit longer than they used to in the past. Yeah, this was satisfying though, because I'm not really a big Walker guy. I don't like him at all. So, and he was like kind of like happy that Alex Pereira watched his fight, even though he got absolutely folded. Like, I don't understand that, why he's like that, but it's kind of weird. He was like really happy that Alex Pereira watched him get his ass beat on TV. Really fucking weird, bro. Julius Walker. But he's young. I mean, 26 years old, so he's still got a lot of time to get better, I guess. He's gonna have to work on the striking defense a lot more and just fight a couple of Maybe I feel like he probably shouldn't be even beating UFC right now. I think he needs to get more fights in outside UFC and then come back when he's like maybe like at least like over like 12 fights in, right? So a lot of really inexperienced right now. Next fight, this should have been the fight of the night, honestly, man. This could have been the fight of the night. I don't know why they didn't give this fight of the night. They gave Olajic they gave Olajic and Barrio fight of the night. I don't understand, bro. Like, I just don't understand. Like, Barrio and Olajic it was kind of a banger, but like, come on, man. I feel like Farid Basha and John Matsumoto was like more of a scrap than Barrio and Olajic. Maybe the scene because John was mixing in takedowns and taking him down, but like it was a better fight. I feel like it was more technical fight than Barrio and Olajic, who were just slugging at each other. But this was a good fight. I mean, I thought Freed won the fight by 29-28. And two judges agreed with me on this one. And one judge gave it to John Matsumoto, I think, 29-28, which is fair. I mean, it was a close fight. It was getting closer by every minute that passed by. Because John was getting takedowns. He got like 6 or 7 takedowns in this fight. Was able to like land some shots in the clinch and shit, push him up against the cage. Freed was starting to break later in this fight. John's he's definitely getting better, man. He's definitely getting better, but it sucks for him because he's lost 2 fights by split now. He lost to Rafan. I did pick Rafan there, so I've been getting kind of lucky on his prediction because I picked Rafan to beat him. I picked Freed to beat him, and I picked him over Mal Johns. He won that fight by splits. It's crazy. It's crazy. All his last 3 fights have been all split. You guys probably have to start betting a split. Fights to go to split decision now. That should be making you guys rich. Arosa's getting slept 100%. They should wait until Douglas and Thompson are both ranked. Bro, it's too early to say that. Are they going to be ranked at 145? I don't know. I know Isaac is super young right now. He might get to the ranking soon, but it's way too. I think Isaac has a better skill set overall, but Larian has crazy power. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe they both could be ranked at one point. I agree. The John fight was much better. Yeah, that's what I'm saying too. This fight should have been like farther over the Olajic fight. I'm not saying the Olajic fight was boring or anything, but it's my opinion. Let's talk about this one, man. My Canadian brother, Mark Andre Barrio, power bar. He almost he almost pulled it off. He was like the momentum almost was changing towards Barrio in the later half of the second down. But Olajic, man, his I think what's his name? Kyle Brahalio gave him really good advice in the corner after the second down. I think he just told him to be a little bit more patient and just go back to the body shots and the low kicks and the body kicks. And that's what he started to do in the third round, Raven. And the Barrio was starting to gain momentum. He went back to being a little bit more technical. He was getting tired though. I mean, Barrio just fucking if you don't put him away, like he'll just keep pressuring you like nonstop. And he's really good in the clinch, right? He caught him with a couple of knees in the clinch, caught him with a couple of elbows in the clinch. Barrio was starting to land. Like he was starting to look better in the later half of this fight, but just wasn't enough. Mikhail just did a little bit more than him. So yeah, Mikhail won the fight, but I don't really agree with it being farther. But I'm happy that Barrio got paid money, so he's gonna get 50K rate, I think now. So that's good for him. Or is it 100K now? Because I know the bonuses are 100K now, right? So I guess he's gonna get 100K now for Fight of the Night. Is that what it is now? 100K? Because I know like performance bonuses are 100K, right? So I guess Fight of the Night because both fighters get Fight of the Night, so I guess they get 100K now. 100K each, so good for them. Barrio got paid. I mean, he might get cut from the UFC soon. So I mean, there's a lot of guys on the chopping block this week. Barrio's up there. Who else? I mean, who else is up there? Nico Price is on the chopping block. Who else? I mean, I don't know. I guess Cachoeira might be on her way out of the UFC soon too. So we'll see by next week. We'll see by tomorrow who they cut, or they might not cut anyone at all. But I feel like they're gonna start cutting some of these guys. This was my dog of the week, guys. My dog of the week. My dog of the week. Hopefully, you guys got paid on this one, even though it was a really shitty fight. But yeah, 100K right each. 100K. That's good. Good for Barrio though. He needed that 100K. It was a good fight, Hernando. I'm not saying it wasn't a good fight, but I think the Freed and John fight was a little bit more technical. But the Mikhail fight was definitely entertaining for sure. Yeah, what's good, McMuffin? How you doing, bro? Good to see you. How you doing today? Isaac almost beat Burrito. He almost did. I mean, if he was in full camp, maybe he would have beat him for sure. He's gonna be ranked for sure. Douglas is gonna get fast tracked after his debut. UFC loves guys like Douglas. They do, no doubt they do. But I mean, he's been definitely looking better since he's training with Cub Swanson and that team over there. Danny Silva trains out of the same team. I also like those guys are looking good for sure right now. But let's be honest, man. He's been finished before. Like he can be sub. He's finishable. Like I know he's been looking better. We've made money on him, getting him over. What's that guy's name? Fucking the guy that Gene Matsumoto beat by split recently. His brother. I can't even remember his name now. Like my memory is so bad. Let me see. Let me see if I can find his name. I think we all bet him. I mean, on LFA. I mean, his last LFA fight. Where the hell is it? Where the hell is it? Tim, I can't even. Okay, let me see. Where the hell is it? John Matsumoto. Milo Johns. Yeah, Milo Johns' brother. Milo Johns. Isn't it crazy that John Matsumoto couldn't submit him, but fucking Daniel Marco submits Milo Johns. Felipe Lima couldn't submit him. Like he might have sold the fight, bro. I feel like Milo Johns probably like got paid money to get subbed in that fight. It was really weird. It was really freaking weird. Yeah, Johns' brother. Yeah, in LFA. Like I couldn't believe his underdog there. +1 fucking. It was +124. Then again at +150. Like later when the odds got wider. Just because he had a better looking record, I mean, pretty much. Even the other LFA card last week, I mean, there was like a lot of underdogs that kept winning. It's like LFA is a good at promotion to bet underdogs on if you can find the right one. We actually cashed on Derek Sanders, and I lost on Kendra McIntyre. So he's like a +500 underdog. It was like a long shot. I mean, underdog there, but we cashed one of them, Derek Sanders. Yeah, it was Johns. Yeah, that was his name, Johns. Yeah, it's 100K now, I think for sure. I was rooting for John, but I knew it would be a long shot. Man, he was looking good. He was looking good. He was if that fight was 5 rounds, I mean, I have no doubt that he was gonna win that fight. He was looking good. All he needed to do was do a little bit more damage. Maybe go for like a 10-8 round just to put a stamp on that third round. Because I think at the end, Freed was the one that took him down at the end of the third round. It was really, really, really close fight. It's dumb that LFA isn't on Fight Pass now. I gotta use a VPN. Bro, I stopped paying for Fight Pass now. There's websites you can actually watch UFC fight tape on. So I'm like, I don't have a reason to even like have a Fight Pass subscription anymore, unless I want to watch like Pure UFC or some shit. But like, I mean, Fight Pass is like, I would make sense for paying for Fight Pass if you can watch UFC on there, but they only let you watch prelims on there. UFC early prelims, but not even the prelims. The UFC early prelims. It's crazy. Like, I don't know why anyone would even want to pay for a Fight Pass anymore. Like they don't really offer you much anymore. Yeah, it's crazy. You should be able to watch LFA no matter where you live. But yeah, let's talk about this fight, man. Rizun Kuniev versus Jayolton. I mean, this was definitely one of the stinkers of the card, no doubt, right? This was definitely one of the most boring fights of the card. But yeah, I mean, this is what Jonathan Maida does to other people when this happened to him, and then he's like complaining to the referee the whole time. Like, this is your fault, bro. You got to break away from the clinch. Like, how many fights is he in the UFC now, and he still hasn't figured out anything? He's what, 12 fights in the UFC, and 11 fights in the UFC now, and he still hasn't figured out how to break away from the clinch. He doesn't have a backup plan when he can't get takedowns. I think he went 0-6 on takedowns. I think he went 1-6 on takedowns. Didn't have a backup plan. He's scared to throw down in the pocket. He was actually pretty. I think, feel like he was a little bit more technical than Kuniev in the striking too, but he just refused to throw down with him. And obviously, Kuniev did obviously put his weight on him in the clinch, like get him a little bit tired, slow down the fight a little bit. But Jonathan needed to take more risk, bro. The only time he took a risk was like in the final minute. Then he's like calling him, mocking him. He's like, "Let's fight. Let's stand in the middle and throw it down." I don't understand. I don't understand this guy's fucking IQ, bro. It's crazy to me. Yeah, a lot of people did think he was gonna win that fight, but he's just not that guy when he can't get takedowns on you. So Kuniev gets it done. It wasn't that impressive, but he beat a number 5 ranked guy at heavyweight. So I guess that is kind of impressive though. He did to Almeida what Almeida does to other people. Almeida's getting cut Almeida. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He got out Almeida pretty much. But funny, the fight was shit. I mean, no doubt, but I bet on him, so I was happy that he won the fight. So like, it was a shitty fight. I'll be honest. It was entertaining, but let's talk about a fight that was entertaining. Kyoji Hiraguchi versus Amir Abbasi. I mean, Amir Abbasi is really damn tough, bro. Like I think he dropped him in the first round, like because Kyoji just kind of walked into that counter. They didn't really give him a knockdown though. They didn't give Amir Abbasi the knockdown on the official stats, but it was a knockdown. I think maybe it was off balance a little bit too. At the same time, he ran into the shot. But yeah, Kyoji Hiraguchi might be the most technical striker at 125. Like one of them, he's definitely one of them. He's super fast for 125. He's super quick in and out. Has really good fight IQ, really good cardio, really good takedown defense. I know it's Amir Albazi, but the way he finished, the way he ran through like Tierlin back up, I think that was a more impressive win than him beating Albazi. Like Tierlin back up was not an easy fight. Trains with Habib team. He can wrestle. He's pretty big for the weight class. I think Tagir is like 5'7", 5'8", and he just fucking finished him. I mean, the way he did, it was super impressive. I mean, he won every single round in this fight. Even with the knockdown, I still gave him the first round. I still thought Kyoji did a little bit more than the first round. So in my opinion, he won every single round, and only one judge gave Amir Abbasi a round. 2 judges had it 30-27, I think. Really impressive by Kyoji Hiraguchi. I can see him fighting Tyra, maybe like the winner fights for the title. If they let Pantoja fight what's his name, Joshua Van, they do that rematch next. Or they might just be like, fuck it, bro. Like, if Pantoja is gonna be away for a while, they'll probably give Horiguchi or Tyra a title shot against Joshua Van. Because I don't know who else is in the top 5 that probably deserves it more than Horiguchi right now. Maybe other than Pantoja. I mean, Pantoja's obviously got a couple of title defense at 125. He probably deserves it after what happened in that fight. So it's kind of weird what's going on with the UFC flyweight right now and UFC heavyweight. Obviously, with the UFC heavyweight right now, Aspinall's still the champion, but we all know what happened there. It was a no contest on the title fight, and this 125 title fight ends up in a um no con. I mean, it wasn't a no contest; it was a win for Joshua, but it should have been a no contest. I think. Are they gonna cut Almeida? Heavyweight is so short staff right now. I don't think they will. I don't think they will. I think they'll keep him in the roster. Um, I think they'll keep him in the roster because they're signing other guys at heavyweight who aren't really even like who are probably worse than Almeida. And he's still a top 10 fighter. I mean, so I think they'll keep him around. I don't think they're gonna put him on a pay-per-view card anytime soon. Maybe they'll do like Almeida versus Waldo, but I feel like it makes sense to do Cunha versus Waldo now more than anyone. I feel like I would pick Waldo to beat Cunha though. Um, yeah, that was that was pretty funny for sure. Yeah, impressive performance by Horiguchi for sure though. Let's talk about this main event, man. Oliveira versus Batista, man. I did not expect Oliveira to just quit the way he did. I know he was injured. He talked about being injured though, so maybe he was injured in this fight. Um, he came out and made a video, I think, on social media that he's in like his arms like in a casket now. So I guess he was injured coming into this fight camp. Um, and I guess he just wanted to make money, didn't want to pull out of the fight. But I don't understand why you would be fighting injured in your first ever main event in the UFCs. It's kind of weird. Like, I'm not saying that he wasn't injured. Maybe he was. Obviously, he cuts a lot of weight to make 135. And even the way he was fighting out there, I feel like he's not the most. I mean, he's not really a technical striker or like a technical fighter altogether. And Batista's a way more technical fighter overall. I mean, when it comes to all aspects of MMA. And he just once Batista knew he was levels above on Oliveira on the ground. He was better than him everywhere, pretty much in the striking and on the ground. Obviously, he had a big advantage on the ground. Took him down, just was all over him, all over him. Kept going from crucifix to back control to fucking submission armbar. He even went for a straight arm lock at one point. Really impressive performance by Batista, I think, in my opinion. He looked great out there, man. I know he called us Corey Sandhagen, so they might go with the Corey Sandhagen rematch now because Corey did beat him in his debut, I think it was. And that was a while back. I mean, so he's definitely gotten a lot better since then. I don't know if I would pick him over Corey Sandhagen. I know Corey's not that dangerous, but Corey can wrestle. He has good takedown defense normally. I don't know. That's probably a good matchup though. Like at bantamweight, that rematch. This should run that rematch back because I know Corey's coming off a. Who the hell did Corey fight recently? I think he fought Figueiredo. And what was Corey's last fight? Let me see. Sandhagen. Corey. I feel like he had a fight recently, didn't he not? He lost to Marab. Okay, he fought Marab for the title. How the hell did I forget that? Completely forgot about that. He almost got TK'd by Marab, but that's Marab. He lost to Umar. He lost to Marab. I think that makes sense right now. I mean, I think that definitely makes sense. Running that rematch back now. Amir in the casket is amazing. That's funny. What's good, Paku? How you doing, Paku? Yo, we got a super chat from McMuffin, bro. I appreciate the super sticker. The super sticker, not a super chat. My bad, but appreciate it, McMuffin. Excuses all week. You think so? Maybe, maybe, but his arm was in a casket. Maybe he just paid a doctor to fucking put his arm in a casket. I don't know. Maybe he's like, yo, I'll pay you this much money. Some Brazilian doctor over there, and he's like, put my arm in a casket, bro. I don't know. I don't know what to think, bro. I don't know what to think, to be honest with you guys. I think he probably would have fought a little bit. If he was injured, I think he would have a little bit better for sure. But yeah, he's gonna have to work on a couple of things now. I still think he can beat a lot of guys also the rankings. But yeah, maybe him versus Freed Bashra would be a good fight right now. Freed's on the come up right now. This guy lost to Batista in the main event, so maybe they can do that, right? Maybe they can do that. I don't know, like, I mean, would I pick Vinicius Oliveira over Freed Bashra in a 3-round fight? It's hard to say because I could see Freed winning the first round and maybe Vinicius beating him in the second, third round. Who would you guys pick in that fight if they run that fight back right now in a 3-rounder, not a 5-rounder? because I don't think they're getting a main event anytime soon. To Vinicius anymore. If he goes on another win streak, maybe they'll give him another main event opportunity. He will. You think he's gonna? I know people have been talking about him going to 145, but I don't know about that. Maybe he will make his debut at 145 next. Do you think that's a good idea for him to move up? Because he was down at 135, bullying a lot of these guys at 135. Massive for the weight class, right? He cuts a lot of weight. Someone told me that he was like walking